Thank you for listening to the Real Estate Voice podcast. This is Vernon R.E. Jones, managing broker, owner of Jones Homes, and for over 35 years, we have serviced the 7-county Denver metro area. Long time no talk to. I don't think I've done a podcast in 2 or 3 months. Just been working, which is what I do, and kind of wanted to give an overview of what I see and what's happening in our Colorado housing sector. Basically, the market is settling into a new rhythm as the year draws to a close. Steady prices, signs of a broader market recalibration, is showing that we are reaching a buyer-seller balance. In October, the state recorded 9,659 new listings and 7,353 home sales, both down 2% from a year ago, while active listings reached 30,803, equal to about 4.3 months worth of supply. Now, when it's 4 to 6 months worth of supply, that means neither buyer or seller has an advantage. It's basically a balanced market. Basically, however, the median sale price held firm. It stayed around $550,000, basically unchanged. However, buyers are gaining more leverage. When I say it's a balanced market, buyers and sellers have equal negotiating power. But as buyers have gained leverage, as homes spend more time in the market, an average of 68 days, up 12% from last October this time. This added breathing room has led to more measured negotiations, with buyers closing at roughly 5.7% below original list prices on average. Now again, that doesn't mean it's a buyer's market. It means buyers are gaining more leverage for it to become a balanced market. You're going to find a lot of sellers kind of getting sticker shock the reverse at some level. They say, hold on, I can't price my house like this no more. Because as inventory broadens, prices have a tendency to stabilize and decrease. How much is that decrease? Well, am I concerned about it significantly? I feel pretty good as long as we have 4.3, 4.6, 4.5, 5 months, 6 months worth of inventory. My concern is when we start having 7, 8 months worth of inventory and the labor market starts to fall. Interest rates, mortgage interest rates specifically, start to rise. All those things put together make it a more layered response from me. So when I see these numbers, it makes me feel like this is a more sustainable market. Basically, with mortgage rates hovering in the mid 6% range and cost pressures, affordability still weighing on budgets, value remains the deciding factor. Sellers who adapt quickly, price realistically, and their property presents well, and then offering strategic concessions, $3,000-$4,000 for closing costs, could be $10,000 for closing costs, depending on what your price point is. Home warranties that cover basically bumper to bumper in the house for 12 months. Buy downs, you can help the buyer buy down their interest rate, where it's initially low for the first 1 or 2 years. So there's many options out there. They're going to find the greatest success in this new phase of the market's evolution. Across all of Colorado's regions, distinct local patterns are emerging, from metro area price stability to more pronounced inventory shifts in resort and rural markets. The October snapshot offered a deeper look at how the recalibration is unfolding across the state, however. Let's just talk about Let's use Aurora. Aurora, which encompasses Adams and Arapahoe counties, remained steady year over year. Minimal shifts in listings, sales, or prices. Aurora reports 1,157 active single-family listings, down 5% from last year, and a median price of $520,000, off 2% over last year. Greenwood Village in Centennial shows a sharper 29% price drop. In other words, higher priced homes in some sectors are facing steeper declines. Homes average 50 days in the market, and we're talking about the Greenwood Village market we were just saying, favoring buyers as sellers adjust with concessions, again, in strategic pricing. The average price in Greenwood Village is $892,000. The average price in Aurora, Adams, Arapahoe County is about $520,000. So you can see one drops 2%, the other drops 29% in the higher market. Boulder and Broomfield counties. Boulder and Broomfield are holding steady despite rising inventory and slower buy activity. You've heard me say that before, and you've heard other people talk about that. Yes, we got higher inventory. Yes, we got slower buyer activity. In Boulder County, new listings are up 9.5% year over year, while sales rose 4.4%, keeping prices stable. About 1.6% higher than early 2025. Homes average about 60 days in the market, with condos taking around 71 days. In Broomfield, homes sell faster at around 40 days, though condo sales are down 30%, with inventory outpacing demand. Again, buyers are gaining leverage and negotiating more favorable deals. The Denver metro market, as 2025 winds down, Denver's housing market continues to recalibrate. October saw 5,680 new listings. That's down 2.7% year over year, and 4,300 sales. That's about down 2% year over year. So 4,330 sales, down 2% year over year, ending with about 17,107 active homes, about 4 months worth of supply. The median price rose slightly, and I mean slightly, 0.4% to $580 year over year. Those sellers are conceding more in negotiation. Homes to average about 49 days in the market, up 22.5% year over year, giving buyers leverage to secure deals roughly 5.7% below list. With rates near 6.3%, well-prepared sellers and value-focused buyers define this balanced, strategy-driven market heading into 2026. Basically, all the information I'm saying is that it's a balanced market. It's not, sellers should not be shocked that they probably got to bring in their list price lower, and they're probably going to get lower. But is there a housing crash coming? No. Unless the labor market crashes, a housing market usually does not follow. I mean, the labor and the housing market are so attached. I mean, it's truly a symbiotic relationship. I would anticipate rates, mortgage rates, maybe around 6.25% for 2026. Of course, drastic labor market reductions and things of that nature, they can affect what the whole market does. So I always tell people, keep your eyes on what the real estate's doing. Call me if you got any questions, but always keep your eye on the labor market. That really says what the housing market's going to do. How much value do I expect various homes to have? It is truly micro markets all over the place. And I punctuated that talking about Greenwood Village and compared to the Aurora, Adams, Arapahoe County situation. So there are some markets that are going to decrease more, some markets that are going to decrease less. I'm anticipating home values to probably generally increase anywhere from 2 to 4% over the course of the next year. That would be my assessment. So many things happening, with consumer goods becoming expensive. I can go down the list of healthcare challenges coming. How's that going to affect affordability issues just overall across the broader market? But at this point, that's kind of my strategic quote unquote assessment based on the numbers I look at. If you have any questions, feel free to call me at 303-359-8218. You can visit our website at www.joneshomesonline.com. But like I say, give me a call, reach out, give me a text as well if you need to. Email vernon@joneshomesonline.com. Hopefully this information was valuable for you. Look forward to talking to you guys soon, and have a safe and enjoyable holiday season. Take care.